It is an extraordinary pleasure for me to welcome.
After nearly 20 years of sanctions against Myanmar, U.S. President Barack Obama says it's time for a change. Myanmar has now moved from military rule to democratic elections, with State Councilor Aung San Suu Kyi as its leader.
I expect you businessmen to come to our country to make profits so that they can make profits for us as well.
A quarter of the population still lives in poverty, and the Asian Development Bank estimates over the next 14 years, Myanmar needs more than $60 billion in transportation infrastructure investment alone. For years, American businesses have been shut out of Myanmar, but the U.S. began easing sanctions in 2011 and is preparing to lift the last obstacles to reward further government reforms.
I think this will give the United States, our businesses, our nonprofit institutions, a greater incentive to invest.
Coca-Cola reopened manufacturing in 2013. Yum Brands, which operates Kentucky Fried Chicken, now has 5 locations. But by far, China is Myanmar's largest trading partner. Suu Kyi traveled to Beijing last month to discuss restarting China's long-stalled dam project. Yet business owners in Myanmar remain hopeful that a lifting of U.S. sanctions will bring back the textile jobs they lost when the restrictions began.
We will have more factories if they lift the sanctions. And if the factories get more consignments and are able to give higher salaries, that will persuade workers in the border areas to return.
Aung San Suu Kyi thanked the U.S. government for implementing these sanctions to begin with, saying they did contribute towards the country's reform effort. She's also going to be spending time with government leaders in the U.S. Congress, and that's going to be very important because the U.S. Congress alone can really change the U.S. government's posture towards Myanmar going forward. Jessica Stone, CCTV, Washington.